Next on News 4 Tucson at 10, fighting for survival. We hear from a man living in Ukraine's capital as the war with Russia rages on.
Plus, stolen donations, the local nonprofit that says they're being targeted by thieves.
And the school districts dropping their mask mandates as COVID cases continue to go down. News 4 Tucson live at 10 starts right now.
From KVOA, investigating for you. This is News 4 Tucson, live at 10.
We begin with diplomatic fallout tonight over a nuclear scare in Ukraine. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I'm Sean Mooney.
And I'm Amanda Gomez. Russian forces have taken control of Europe's largest nuclear power plant after attacking it last night, sparking fears of a meltdown. The plant itself appears to be stable. President Biden today hosting the president of Finland, a European ally that borders Russia, and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with NATO allies in Brussels.
We seek no conflict, but if conflict comes to us, we're ready for it.
The NATO Secretary General has ruled out a no-fly zone over Ukraine, which would mean NATO fighters shooting down Russian jets to enforce it. And on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are weighing more humanitarian aid for Ukraine and pushing for a ban on Russian oil.
Threats from Russia are something Ukrainians have lived with for decades. But even as of last week, before Russian forces crossed into Ukraine, the people who live there never thought an invasion of their country would ever happen. Today I spoke with a resident of Kyiv who is now living with the reality of a nightmare that has now come true.
So what's the first thing that happened when you realized that this was going down in your country?
At 6 p.m., just before the day of invasion, they closed all the borders with Ukraine. You know, it was something unusual because before that they did it at some points, but not all of them.
Yevgeny Demyanov lives in Kyiv, where he works as an IT specialist, along with his wife, 19-year-old son, and 5-year-old daughter. He describes his city as an idyllic place to live. That is until last Thursday. Now he says every day he learns of more horrors inflicted on his country.
It's very, very, very painful to us because we do not want to lose our people. And what we see, the change we see during the last few days, that we are trying to send as much as possible our children and our women abroad, mainly to Poland, to the west.
How much did Putin underestimate the resolve of the Ukrainian people in this?
I would say each number you can imagine, like absolutely. It's a huge mistake.
Yevgeny says the people there are very much aware of the support they're getting from around the world and here in the U.S.
What do you want to say to the American people?
You should understand that Ukrainians are strong and we would not give up.
For now, Yevgeny says he is safe. I asked him if it came down to it, will he pick up a weapon to defend his country? He said it would be hard for him to kill someone, but if he had no choice, he will do it.